Welcome to the Carnival Magic room tour. As you can see here, I'm a kind of person that really enjoys comfort. And I was quite concerned when I booked my cruise about the rooms. I heard many things about the rooms on these cruises, everything from they're small, the ceilings are low, the beds aren't comfortable. You hear all of these rumors about the rooms. There's no storage. So I thought, after our recent cruise on the Carnival Magic, that we would give you an update and a full tour of exactly what these cruise ship rooms are really like. So stay tuned for an interior room tour on the Carnival Magic, and come wander with the Wardells.
Wandering, wandering, wandering Wardells. Wandering, wandering, wandering Wardells. So dream about your next vacation and I will be your guide. And share with friends and hit the like, then ring the bell, subscribe.
Hi everyone, my name is Michelle, so I'm John's wife. So right now we actually have an interior room. We are hoping to get an upgrade, fingers crossed. I will say we did try to go down to guest services to do that upgrade already, but they did advise us to come back after like 4:30 once everyone's on board. And we're hoping to get a balcony room. But right now we have our interior room, so we thought we'd show you that. So 8356 on the Magic. I'm surprised how cool it feels in here. Very shocked. We did bring a small fan with us, and we did just ask, we met our cleaner guy, for another fan as well. Apparently they will give you fans if you ask for it. So I'll keep you updated if we do get it, but it does feel very cool in here. And it is quite warm outside, like very hot and humid and everything. So we'll come in. We did get just the 2 beds, so we did ask them to move it into the king size bed, which is great. It feels very comfortable. Super impressed with that. We did order some water to come into the room, which is here, which is awesome. So I'll kind of just show you around. There is a little safe here. So if you need to put, your passport, money, whatever, so you can put your safe in there. And there's a fridge down here, and I just felt the fridge actually feels really cold already, which is good. I know a lot of people have mentioned to keep this outer door open, just to allow the fan to kind of circulate everything. So we'll definitely we'll try to do that. So looking around, there really isn't any plugs near like the nightstands or anything, so just the on and off light switch, which is fine. So we'll come over here. So we do have 2 outlets that you can see right here, just regular plugs, like the 120 volts, which is good. So I know a lot of people have mentioned about bringing adapters. We haven't. I don't think we'll necessarily need it, but there is one 230 volt plug as well. I know some people, you can get kind of like adapters and stuff, so that could be another option if you decide to bring that. I personally like to bring my own blow dryer, but there is a little blow dryer in here if you ever wanted to, if you want to use that, but I like to bring my own. So, and there is like a ton of storage. So a lot of storage in here. You can kind of put whatever you want. In the closets are massive actually. So there's tons of storage. There's like a long mirror, which if you want to check out your outfit before you go out or whatever, is pretty cool. And in here, there's lots of room to, like, if you want to put your suitcases under here, like after you've kind of unpacked everything. We haven't unpacked anything yet. Well, number one, we haven't gotten our luggage, and also we're hoping to move rooms, so we're not going to unpack just yet. And then the life jackets are down here. Fingers crossed we won't have to use those, but that's where they are. And there's lots of really good hangers, like sturdy hangers actually, which are awesome. So yeah. And then we'll go into the washroom. So coming into the washroom here, I mean, there's like a shower gel, shampoo. I always tend to bring my own stuff, but you can use that. There's like a lot of towels. The one thing I will mention, there's only like just the 1 bar of soap. So I like to bring my own soap from home, like just a pump soap, and I can show you once we get that all set up too and organized. But yeah, like lots of extra toilet paper. So that's pretty much it.
Just a couple more things really quickly to add about the room that Michelle didn't cover. One thing is the TV. I just want to point that out. It is quite small, but it is fairly close to the bed, so you should be able to view it okay. The issue with the TV that we found on the one other cruise that we went on, and it's the same here, I just scanned through the channels. There isn't a lot of stations, which is understandable. And I have found on our last one, some of the stations could get more scrambled when you're out at sea. So just of note, if you're somebody that really likes to be watching TV in the evenings or anything like that, or in the mornings, then certainly you want to download some shows on your computer or your phone or iPad or whatever the heck you have, okay? The other piece too is I just want to take a quick second and talk about this. This right here, this hatch is actually a drop-down bed. So if you do have more than 2 people, they will configure the room, as Michelle said, any way that you want, whether they have it split apart into 2 double beds or a king bed as we have it. And of course, like I said, the bunk above will drop down as well to add for more people. The other thing too, so my personal feeling about this room is, again, we've been on one cruise and we had a balcony. So this, for me, and I have more of a tendency to feel a little bit more claustrophobic, I think, than some people. It feels a little tight for me. It just, the ceilings are kind of low, and I just don't, I know won't be spending a ton of time in the room, so that's fine. But it does feel a little confined for me, as I know most interior rooms on any cruise ship would feel. So it's certainly not a dig at Carnival. With that said, we are trying, as Michelle said, we are trying to upgrade to a balcony, but there's also another reason for this upgrade. So number one, I automatically feel a little bit claustrophobic in here. I know having a balcony gives me that outside space, but more importantly, I think on this particular cruise, because of this Hurricane Lee that's looming, and the fact that we are now on an itinerary change heading Bahamas, and the fact that the swells are already said to be going to be pretty crazy on the news, I think this boat might start a rocking. And with that said, I do know factually that for seasickness, or to avoid more seasickness, it is always best to be outside in the air. So secondary concern is that, being in an interior room, if things get a rockin', that might exacerbate seasickness. So those are the main reasons why, although because of all the cancellations, I know everybody, their brother and sister and cousin, have already been at guest services trying to do the very thing that we're doing. So we are in a big time competition to try to get this balcony upgrade. And we'll let you know how that goes and what that costs as we get further into this cruise. Okay, this is the next day, so I'm just gonna finish the room tour with a couple more things. So first off, as I was saying, we were trying to get a room upgrade to a balcony, and the one thing that I will say was kind of frustrating is we were told when we phoned Carnival the day before our cruise that there was a lot of rooms opening up, but the price that they quoted was astronomical for the upgrade at the time, and they recommended actually to do it when we check into the cruise, in that we might get a really solid deal on this upgrade. So then we lined up when we got on the ship for at least a half an hour, probably more, to find out that, okay, no, the person at the desk at guest services told us come back later once the ship is actually taking off from port, or just prior to that. Then they'll have an accurate count of how many rooms are left over, and to come back then, and then they would look at an upgrade for us. With that being said, we lined up again. And on the next time we lined up, same type of wait, half an hour plus, the person at the desk then tells us that they never offer room upgrades, period. Which is very confusing, since 2 other people had just told us the other piece of information. So with that being said, this is our room for the cruise. We have given up and accepted it. I know yesterday, which is still the same video, but yesterday when I talked to you about how it felt a little claustrophobic in the interior room for me, I will say that I got used to it really quickly, so it's not as bad as I thought. Slept very well in here, in fact. So I have really no complaints, other than I really wish I had a balcony, just because I like to sit outside of my room. A couple other things to note as well is we actually got a fan, and if you ask Carnival, when you check in, if they have fans available, then they will give you a fan for your room. So that actually helped because I sleep with a fan at home. So certainly something to keep in mind. Okay, very last thing I promise about the rooms, but I think this is kind of funny because at the time that we posted the video and when I was talking about the fan, which is why I'm doing an edit for this is the fan that they gave us, okay? So the thing about this fan that's really interesting is that this sucker, the power of it, and I'm gonna turn it on in a second, you're gonna be shocked. It is mind-blowing, actually. So I'm gonna turn it on, and it's got 3 levels, and I'm gonna flip it right to high, and I swear to you, when you hear this, I almost feel like the boat is going sideways because of the pressure of this fan blasting this boat sideways. So here we go. You ready? Hold on. I think I'll plug it in first. 1 second. So this is what, we sleep with it on low, but it's really high. So that's level 1. Oh, that's level 3. So it actually rotates by itself because it's that powerful. And this sucker, like it goes. That's a high duty fan, man. That's it. Thanks.
Dream about your next vacation and I will be your guide. And share with friends and hit the like, then ring the bell, subscribe.